Hello everyone, and thanks for joining. Today we release the results for the first quarter of this year. And we have started the year with some fantastic progress, and that I'll share with you today. First, in the CRO business, the service arm of Gubra, we have delivered a very strong growth. We saw organic revenue growth of 51% compared to the same quarter last year. So we're very pleased with this growth and happy to share that with you today. The driver has been obesity. We've been active within obesity research since the inception of Gubra back in 2008. And with the renewed interest across the biotech and pharma industry, Gubra is a natural partner when testing and developing new obesity compounds. With a high revenue level, adjusted EBIT margins also reached a high level, 39% in this first quarter, and that's compared to 29% compared to the same quarter last year. In the other arm of the business, discovery and partnerships, we saw several key developments in our anti-obesity portfolio, which is in general progressing nicely. So we have 4 programs partnered with Boehringer Ingelheim, and we have 4 internal obesity programs which are not yet partnered. The most advanced is our Gubra program, which is currently tested in a clinical phase 1 trial, and we are on track with that trial, and we expect to complete enrollment in the key cohorts by mid-2024. And we expect to be able to share top-line results from this study in the second half of this year. Another very interesting anti-obesity asset in our pipeline is our Q1-2024 program for healthy weight loss. We recently announced the decision to progress this project further towards tox testing and then later on, of course, towards the clinic. So this peptide is a novel anti-obesity drug candidate for healthy weight loss and in preclinical studies. So that is not in humans, but in laboratory models, we have shown that Q1-2024 improves fat mass loss while completely preventing lean mass loss. The studies also show improved cardiometabolic conditions and improved kidney and heart function. So a range of nice data points in this still early program. On the organizational side at Gubra, I'm very delighted to announce that as of July 1st, Louise Schjelderup will step in as our new Chief Scientific Officer. Louise is currently the research director at Gubra and has been intensively involved in the development of our current R&D pipeline. Louise brings extensive scientific expertise, and I'm looking very much forward to the time ahead with Louise as part of the management team. At the same time, our current CSO and Gubra's co-founder Niels Vang will transition into a new role as full-time scientific advisor to the executive management team at Gubra. Also, we recently said goodbye to our COO, Chief Operating Officer, Helle Kirstein Eriksen. Just as Gubra evolves so must the leadership team, and that is the nature of a very dynamic company like Gubra. So we have initiated the process of identifying a new COO to prepare Gubra for the next growth leaps that we have ahead of us. So I'd like to make a very big thank to Helle Eriksen for very valuable contributions to Gubra over many years. In conclusion, we've seen high activity level across both business segments, and that means we have decided to raise the outlook for the full year 2024. CRO organic revenue growth, we now expect to grow somewhere between 15 and 20% compared to last year. The adjusted EBIT margin for the CRO, we now expect to land somewhere between 28 and 31%. And finally, with the increased activity level in our pipeline, we have raised the guidance for the total adjusted cost. Now it is in the range between 160 and 170 million DKK. That was the headlines of today. Thank you for listening in, and you can have a closer look at our trading statement for this first quarter, which is available on our website.